hope that some of the kinds of messages in this paper were reflected in that, which is to say, don't just see this as a government issue.
Okay. That paper, it's Sahel. And the core message here is AI governance should be collaborative and locally grounded.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, I mean, so you and I know.
AI is not a local thing necessarily.
Yeah, but what talking about local, you and I know civic tech and stuff
Yes.
we've been talking about. That there are many actors who are not necessarily big tech or in government who are in the civil society space and are interested in using the technology, sometimes in very sophisticated way. And here again, I'm often blown away sometimes by some of the stuff I see coming out of WITS students. And I'm not even talking about other universities, only because I don't know. I'm sure they all have the same dynamic, that you've got young, energetic people who are gaining skills quite quickly, they're learning, and they are developing apps, they're developing ideas, they're developing little tools, they're energetic, like I said. And I think what that paper began to do is to say, look, you've got this civil society space that is neither being resourced nor enabled to really participate in what's happening in the space of governance. And I think we face the same thing here. I mean, a lot of what I've been involved, as you know, for some years now with the Civic Tech Innovation Network. And part of the point we try to make is government, see that your capability is not just yourselves or industry. You've got a whole bunch of civic actors who are very tech enabled, very tech enthused, who are actually developing solutions.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. And so I think if you see civil society, which the Sahel paper is talking about, although I guess they're also including more traditional civil society, which is not just tech enabled. Some of it is not tech enabled. But the point I think they're making in that paper is how can we better resource, how can we better acknowledge that there is this vaster space of actors who could actually contribute to how we think about AI governance and development in our spaces. And I hope that some of the kinds of messages in this paper were reflected in that, which is to say, don't just see this as a government issue. Understand that you have to bring civil society along. And if they're not aware, if they're not enabled, if they're not resourced to participate, then you as government will think that you're developing AI for the people, but you're actually leaving the people behind.
Who makes that call into who should be included in this discussion, in the who should participate in digital governance?
I guess most literally, in many of our context, it is the government that decides to include or not include it.